All right. Testing, testing. Son of a gun. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No. No? You can't hear me? Yes, you can hear me, or no, you can't hear me? Tell me, because I don't know. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, because my little dot on the thing, oh, sorry, I was tapping. The little dot on the thing that shows your audio is just set to whatever it's set to on the screen. I hear you. Okay. And Tom says no. Okay. All right, so cool. So this is the Portal Woodworks. I'm doing this is sort of like a commercial for the thing. I'm going to record the stuff and then download it and then edit it up into like the prep work or whatnot for the video. But it's also like a commercial for the Plywood Challenge, the Portal Woodworks 2018 Plywood Challenge. And I've got a stencil here, some patterns that I have to cut out. And it's a little bit small. I made a smaller version, and this is the bigger version. But these letters here are kind of they're kind of small. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. I could go bigger, but I'm so hard-headed when it comes to these things. I'll take up the challenge. But I definitely have some serious freaking small, and this type of plywood. This is my sheet of plywood. It's 1/4 inch. The idea is that you work with a sheet of plywood, and my sheet of plywood is going to be this. This is my sheet of plywood. It's actually repurposed from the bottom of a drawer, and it's got some pin nails still in there. You can see where I ripped the glue out of the ply. So I'm going to use this to make the Portal Woodworks wall art. But I'm kind of weary. I'm kind of weary because the bottom letters that says woodwork is a bit, it may look big to you here, but it's kind of small. All of it is. And this is the big one. The small one, don't even consider it. It's insane. But we're going to go for it. There's a lot of detail there because of the letters. So we have this sheet here that we have to take care of. But I got to pull the nails, the pin nails, such as this one here. See that little pin nail there? Katie, your beard is getting bushier. Did you get into some high voltage? Yeah, the high voltage was the insane heat. Today I had to go drop off some sold items and items that I had to send off and so on. And I was driving, and it's funny because half of Miami, as you're driving on the road, you can see like it's just all sun and brutal. And then on the just in the distance, you see like rain dropping, and like that's the cooler area. But all throughout, anyhow, it's like just a complete sort of like a vapor, a horror vapor. Here's another little. I don't know if y'all can see that. Here's another pin nail right there. So we just take this and lightly squeeze and just pull it out, and there it is. So that's another one. I'm just making sure that I get rid of all the pin nails, which I think I have. So the idea here is that we're using, this is smaller than a full sheet, so I'm going to use this. I thought, let's see what Katie said. I thought you were supposed to use a whole sheet of plywood, but what do I know? Well, Yes, it's within a whole sheet or smaller is the challenge. I'm choosing to use this quarter ply, and it's from an old drawer that I pulled, and I can still use the inside. But you can work within a sheet, and there's a lot of prizes involved too. And Portal Woodworks, David Jones, portalwoodworks.com, he's made a lot of effort to get all the prizes together and all that. I'm about to sneeze because of the sawdust. Oh, oh, sorry. Wow. Temple Boom. He's one tough gazookas, which hates all palookas. What what ain't no what dude, I can't even what ain't on top and square. He biffs them and buffs them and always outroughs them, and none of them get nowhere. I would not be good for the poetry recital, um, the way that I. So I've got this sheet, and we're gonna use this template here. I could go and blow this up a little bit and make it easier on me. What do you think? Should I do that? Should I blow it up a tad bigger and then just, you know, because, and I got it all on one sheet, on two sheets, right? So I'm gonna make a wall art thing with Portal's logo and maybe paint it green, or maybe it'll be wood or whatever. But I'm thinking that these letters are ridiculously small, and I've got plenty of plywood here to deal with that I can work with right here. So it's not like I can't go any bigger. What do you guys think? It's up to me. Harneal Media. No, do it small so if you mess up, I can win the challenge. Well, the chances of small messing up is quite drastic because so I'm not worried of that I can do the curves. I'm worried that when you're cutting, so like right here, you're cutting, your fingers have to be, just so closely there, and you're just maneuvering it. You could take little bites, but then you've got yourself the possibility of error. It's just so small. So yes, it could actually Julian Martinez, the second or the third, I don't know. He did little tiny letters, but this is something that I'm gonna have to reprint this. So I could do that real quick. Let me see what you guys are saying. Katie Low Harneal. Temple says, Temple Boy Turning says, you got a Popeye t-shirt on, man. Come on. You don't know the dang lyrics, but you can wear the frickin' t-shirt. Dude, okay. You know what? I gotta explain something to you. Okay, you have to understand. You, Twidell, are in the northern lands, the ice tundras, where the cool breeze and maybe cold envelops you. And as you walk, you feel comfort and ease. Maybe cold sometimes, and this I get that. But in general, you can briskly travel from A to B. And sometimes you have to. Here, I'm enveloped in a fog of horror, and my brain, it's like, imagine it pushing down on you and crushing, and you're woodworking. And it was worse when I was outside because you have the sun beating and then sometimes the light shimmering, and it's like laser beams, and you're trying to, and the sweat in your eyes. But in this situation, at least I'm inside, but still the heat, it's a foggy mess. It's a miracle I'm even standing up here. I'm here promoting Portal Woodworks thing by doing this so that folks can. So, and you're telling me I forget I didn't even know that was Popeye, dude. I didn't even know that was Popeye. I know now that I'm wearing Popeye. You're confusing the heck out of me. So, let me see what's going on. Um, Smithson Creations Handcrafted Woodworking. What's up? So, we're doing the plywood challenge. There's a plywood challenge. If you go to portalwoodworks.com and you go under challenges, there's a 2018 plywood challenge. So you have a plywood sheet or anything below that, There's about 12 prizes. So there's that. And you enter by making a video and titling it as such, but you can check out the rules. 12 last year, a bunch of people entered, and I was like, I don't know what runner up or whatever, but I ended up with a Miter Mike uh, T-shirt. So that was a trip. That was a trip, and so yeah, I'm doing now the plywood challenge, and there's a bandsaw box challenge that's coming. Oh, last year was a bandsaw box challenge, and it was just a lot of fun. So they put your video in a playlist with all the other contestants. You have a chance to win, you know, a bunch of prizes. There's gift cards, money, gift cards, and all sorts of stuff. And it's a community member, and so I'm doing it live, like a little, promo, just to get some conversation going and stuff. Um, Katie says, "Hi, Simpson." Hello, Katie. Okay, so here's the bit. So just so that you know, I made this sort of this pattern thing, which I'm gonna stick to this plywood. And by the way, this sheet can be anything below a full sheet. It could be a full sheet or anything thereof smaller. And so I chose this thin ply, which is actually originally a drawer bottom that I'm repurposing, and I want to do his logo, you know. But I printed this out kind of small. For you guys, it might look big, but here's my fingernail, and here's the freaking letters. Right? This is doable, but these are and these are still doable. But even this gear is ridiculous. Okay, so I'm gonna reprint this. I'm gonna reprint this. Oh, and incidentally, this is the original one that I printed. So look at the look. This is the original. Look at the letters. Is that crazy as hell? Give me 1 second. Let me reprint this. Bigger, slightly bigger. All right. Well, I didn't mean to be rude. But I had to come and try a bigger circle. And, well, we have a bigger circle now. Okay, so I think this will do. See? The letters are slightly bigger. Hey, what's up, JP? You don't have to do that, JP. He cuts it on the R of Woodworks. You don't have to do that, dude. Thank you so much, dude. What do you mean the R of Woodworks? Oh, here? No, because I'm trying to fit it in. But the thing is that, yeah, this circle, I need to do a slight little adjustment here because it missed, because it always shrinks the size of the thing. But here I got the big circle. Here I've got the letters, which was what I was mainly worried about. And here I've got the inside gear and this. Did I miss this gear? No, here it is over here. So this is doable. Okay. So with that said, we'll cut this out. So this is the Portal Woodworks 2018 plywood challenge, and we're just doing a live pickup of this whole thing, and I'll just later extract this video footage and put it into the actual footage. But we're just doing a little sort of live to market the challenge for Portal Woodworks, because there are a bunch of freaking what do you call prizes? Heck, Temple Boy, thank you, dude. You guys don't do that. Thank you so much. He says he cuts it on the clog with a 45-degree sprocket. Dude, I appreciate you guys are too much. I'm trying to find my scissors actually, and I had put it down here somewhere. Here it is. It was actually under the thing. All right, so we're going to. You probably don't recall, but you know me through James King community as Sean. I do know you as Sean, but I didn't connect until you just mentioned. So yeah, what's going on, dude? So we did the mallet. Twidell's got a mallet as well. That Temple, you have to post that, by the way. You have to send him an email. I don't know if you did already. James King, you got to send him an email. He's got it on that site with 3 pictures in 3 different angles. I think we talked about it actually the night that we were on Hangouts, I think it was. Or was it on your show? And then you went and said, okay, let's do I don't know if it was live or if it was just us hanging out, and you went and did a mallet. But the cool thing is that also Harju did one. I don't know who else is there. Sean, are you doing one? I wonder. See, I'm cutting out these here, and I just need a little bit of overhang. I gotta clean up this area. I'm full of freaking sawdust. So I've got the letters. I think I can deal with this smaller one here. I think I can deal with that. I'm sure Jamie Page would say, of course I can deal with that, but I don't know about you. I'm sure Jamie Page will say something like that. But you have to understand, I'm using, I don't know, would you use straight blades for this? Because that's what I got. So that's what I'm going to do. But in any event, these are the smallest letters. This one's a bit bigger, and they're still small as heck, to be honest with you. So I'm doing that, and then I've got this sprocket here. You know what's screwed up about this is that, so this sprocket thing here is cool. We can deal with that. But we can't. But this, look at this ridiculousness. Look at that ridiculousness. Look at that ridiculousness. Look at that. What I'm going to do here, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I was doing the show last night with JP and Doc Jared Hildebrandt, and we had a scroll sawer on the show. It was Sterling Davis that was on the show, and a lot of you guys were there, and yeah. So it's all scroll sawing. So I'm using the plywood challenge as a continuation of scroll sawing and making the sign, which I think it'll be cool. It's never been Portal's sign. I don't think has ever been done, and maybe it has. I think he's got one plaque hanging from. I'm not sure, but let me see what you guys are saying. Gotta go, hungry animals. All right, Katie. JP, I'd use straight or spiral. I'm the scroll saw master, remember? Get the scroll saw scribbler on the line. JP, I have a pattern for Eloy. Message me. Okay. Thumbs up from Sean. Harneal, make sure you orient the sprocket right. The tabs are different sizes. Well, heck, I see that. You know what's weird too, dude? Now that you said that, I'm going to have to do more than that. Yeah, I see that, dude. But you know what I'm confused about? I don't know if I could have botched it. It doesn't make sense. But look at, okay. Look at that sprocket. Or that tooth. I'm going to have to fix that. That don't look right. Does it? JP, I have pattern free. Harney, make sure. Okay, that's what I'm asking here. Do it like in Tarsha. Like in Tarsha? The scroll saw who? Oh, Justin Faker. Arneo, remember I designed it, yes? No, that's not right. Right, that's not right. So we have to sort of fix it. Remember, we're also yes, we're getting, I don't know why the hell it did that. I'm coloring it in with a pencil, Steve, and we'll fix it. We'll do it live, and we'll fix it later. I sort of added a little bit there, and we'll just tweak it as we go. I just got this one ring to do. So you do this challenge, you make a video of it, and you send it to Portal Woodworks. He'll on his website, portalwoodworks.com. You'll see the information of the challenge, and people win. People do win. It's not like, you know, oh, nobody gets their stuff. You know, yeah, there's a lot of prizes involved, right? So, okay, so this is what we got. Boy, I've gotten myself into some serious freaking trouble here because this I'm worried about. I mean, what the heck? But I'm going to take care of business. It's not like, so look, It's not like, I mean, it is small as heck. I mean, give me a break. I mean, it would have to be this big for me to get, or I could always print it, this part, on my curio and vinyl it, and it'll just be this vinyl. I could do that too. So that's a possible option. We're going to go for it on the scroll saw, but whatever. This circle, you just have to trace around it and stuff, inside and out. These are the smaller letters, and we're going to have to deal with the smaller letters. So JP said straight blades, spiral blades, you can go either way. But for sort of like smaller stuff like this, I'm sure that spiral blades would be a cool thing because you could just, finagle around and stuff. But I've only got straight blades. So this one's the kind of the tough one for me. Here's a sprocket. It's got one of these sprockets. For some reason, this one I colored it in. So I can deal with that. We can deal with this. Not a problem. Here's the big circle, which we'll cut out right now real quick. And I'm missing a sprocket. Or I'm missing the saw blade, which I'll show you now. We're just cutting this out. So we're missing, for the proper size, this is a ridiculously small original print, but we're missing this one. So I actually have to do this one, reprint it, because I kind of cut it out. So here's the circle, the outer circle, and then we'd have the Woodworks, and we'd have the portal out here. This inner circle might cover a little bit, but at least you're going to get the idea. Are we missing the inner sprocket? Yeah, we're missing the inner, the one that goes around the inside, which is this one, which would be, boy, that's small. Son of a gun. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. So I just reprinted. Folks that are coming in, Woodworks logo. There might be some adjustments going on. Let me see what you guys are saying. So Sean says, Michael, James King, Jimmy, Mel, and I will be doing a live show the 27th, possibly Mark, Spags, and Roper. James, Michael, and I did one last week. Okay. They are different sizes to make hobby crazy. Temple, if you were any good at all, Eloy, you would turn the cogs on the lathe. Sheesh. Damn, dude. That's a bit aggressive of you. um, Sean, that was answering your question from a few minutes ago. Okay, yeah. Um, what are the best spiral blades? Okay, so that question should go to JP. Okay, because I don't know. He's working with the big dogs, the companies and whatnot. So he can sort of give you a better. I don't know if he's still on there, but he could give you a better idea of that. Portal, that's a nice logo. Yeah, Portal. So a couple of things with this. Um, it's so I'm not sure it's going to be the exact. I'm going to do what I do with it, but it'll be nice. It'll be a rendition of, and I've cut out all the this I'm really worried about because it's so damn tiny. It's just, I mean, how much bigger? I mean, I've got this sheet of ply. That's what I got, quarter ply. So, I can't go crazy because I got to do. So I'll show you. I got to do this a backer board, which will be off to the corner. It'll be a full backer board of this size. Then another board that lays on it, which will be this ring to give it, that next layer. And then I've got to deal with the lettering, the inside ring, this cog, this inside saw, and then this thing, which I might just freaking like do vinyl. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do for this inside thing. Now, originally my idea was that I wanted to make a box, if you remember last year, but there were limitations and stuff. And this year I was thinking, I have 1/2-inch ply, but it doesn't. I was gonna cut rings and cut the insides to make it into like a box, bandsaw box style, and then just sandwich them together. But I don't have enough ply. And then the top, do what I'm doing now, right? And maybe hinge it, right? And it'd be boom, boom, like so that's the original idea. But this alone is kind of like an involved little thing. Not really. We could take care of business. I hope we don't screw up. But at least screw ups the better. But you know how that is. Let me see. Arneo, low Dave. Okay. JP suggestion on best of spiral blades. Yeah, I don't know if JP is still on. He could have been on, and who knows because he's busy doing a bunch of stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and first thing we'll do is here. We'll do it here. This is kind of a savage, beastly sort of thing because we got just enough space to. I want to use as little space as possible. I'll show you here. So we've got this outer ring. Like that's the first thing we got to deal with. So let me see if I can get a blade. I've got all sorts of issues going on now. We'll do it about there. We'll do about there. That'll work for me. And I'll still have a little bit of space here if I need it for, whatever else. So this is for the Portal Woodworks. So David, well, you know, because you're the guy that did it. I decided to go live, David, and just have the title out there so that people know that they can enter, and there's actual prizes. And this is like from the ground up, right? No joking, no fooling here. There's prizes involved. And you also get your work put in a playlist, I suppose. I've been saying that, but I don't know if that's a fact or not. But I would assume that that's a fact. Okay, so that takes care of the circle. And I might have to do some slight sanding. And by the way, this logo is actually green. Oh, and I'm doing this here balanced when I could be doing it on the bench, but it's full of stuff. So we got that going there. Let me see what we can fit over here. We can fit that blade there. We could not fit this big ass one. We could fit the bigger Portal Woodworks here, and that'll take care of that. What do you think? I think that we'll do that. I'll just decrease the. Even this is going to be a bit of a troublesome, adventure. These are the bigger letters, but even so, the ability to have an error is significant. Shit. This is not the ideal spot to do it. That'll take care of business there. Okay. All right. So let me tie this off here. So we have the portal and the bigger circle. We need to do two. We need to cut out twice this. One for a backer board so that everything sits on, and then one with the ring. We've got the portal here set. We're going to have to do this. There's an inside ring. There's this cog here. There's this blade. And then there's this thing, which I have no idea if that's going to work. It's just so damn tiny. We got some issues going on over here. So yeah, there's that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. If you want to stick around, stick around. Give me a sec. All right. All right. So I'm gonna, for the purposes of this sort of promotional thing, plus I'm getting the project on its way, I'm gonna cut out what we have here. I'm gonna set these other stenciled pieces to the side. To make this more comfortable, I do have to cut all this here, and I'll do that on the what you call the let's take you there. Let's take you there. I hope this doesn't disconnect while I'm moving around. That's happened to me before because I've got a whole bunch of stuff on this bench. Let's see how we can set this up so that it's doable. See if I can bring it a little bit closer. Well, for now, I think that's not really going to be ideal. But just for now, what I want to do is, see, this is the sheet that we're using. Okay, so I've got this to work with. For the challenge, and you can go to portalwoodworks.com. For the challenge, it's anything under. For me, I like the idea that it could be within the size of a full sheet of plywood. There might be people that go crazy and build frickin' a cabinet or whatnot. I mean, I could, from this, I could build a box. From this, I could build a whole bunch of signs. I could have gone and done, you know, a retro 80s type sign, and I could have done any of that stuff. But I think it's appropriate to do that, and I want to do something like that prior. So, you know, there's a lot you could do with the dimensions and all that. So, I mean, you tell me, Portal, am I still within the okay? Is this a, you know, you tell me. But let me connect this, hook this up here quick. See, this way I get this started, Portal, and now I've got the beginning and the incentive, and we're kind of on our way. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. So I've got, this is all I got left over. I still got to cut a big ring like this, which is going to be the ring. I still got to cut the other rings from this whole board. So, you know, we've got, you may think it's a lot at the same time, but so every piece counts. I'm going to slice this in two pieces. All right, now we're cooking, because now we got the portal sign, or the portal letters, and this will warm me up, right? This will sort of warm me up. Let's see what Sean's saying. Cool, I'll check it out. Gotta go and get back to work. See you next time, bud. All right, dude. Awesome. So, yeah, check it out for sure. Bunch of prizes, and the opportunities to win are pretty cool. 12 prizes. Um, portalwoodworks.com. So I'm going to cut out the portal, write the letters, and then I've got this to work on. And of course, all the other stuff that you saw that I put to the side. But we'll deal with, oh, I don't know. Let's go with the letter. And by the way, I just want to mention one thing. This thing here, this wood, is a pain in the ass because I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 second. I'm getting a phone call from an unknown number, and guess what? I don't take those. I don't play games like that with them, you know. Anyway, so we're gonna cut out the L. I wonder if there's a way to bring you in so you could see better. This actually greatly reduces my arm because I've got this thing standing right here. So I might have to do something like that and then turn this like that. And that should give me enough space. So we're going to go ahead and cut first the L. I usually work from left to right. I'm going to work from right to left. We're going to cut the L out. But the thing about this wood, and we're using the scroll saw here, the thing about this wood is that the chipping is barbaric. There's barbaric chipping with this type of wood, and I know. But I've always asked, like when Charles Deering used to do his show, and with JP, like we talk and stuff. I say, dude, I use this wood and stuff. Well, you can use this other wood, which I forget what the hell that other wood is. But so it is what it is. Will there be chip out? I don't know. We can fix it because it'll be painted. I think it'd be cool if it was wood or stained because I got stains now. I don't know. Scary. This is actually the bigger of the letter. It says portal and then woodwork on top. It's actually scary because look how small this is. So the other one is going to be like in, impossible. The back always has like tear out. You just have to sort of sand that, and you got to even be careful pulling the front of this out because it could even tear the thin layers of ply on these things. So we have that letter. I'm going to have to do some sanding on all these anyhow. And then there's the painting and whatnot. So How is that L? Okay, yeah, like that. So that would be the L there. And it goes in the round. Sort of, here's a smaller, I thought I was going to be able to get away with this. I was insane with the smaller one. So I did a few printouts. I had to go bigger because there's no way. But now the risk is, will I have enough ply to get the job done? You know, which I think I will. I don't think I have a problem. But these are the things you run into. And so that's the L right there. And you can buy this wood, this plywood. It's underlayment plywood. You can buy it at the big box stores. And yeah, so that's the L, and the L is taken care of. Now we got this A over here. For the A, I'm thinking, so you have the inside, right? That needs to be hogged out, cut out. And that's always an issue. So here's the thing: a lot of people drill holes, they put their pinless, and they do all the cool stuff. I do have spiral blades that Miter Mike sent me, but I don't have the thing that holds the spirals, so I can't use it. So because I have that situation, it's pretty simple. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and I'll actually cut the outside, and then I'll come here and cut right up through there, and then this side I'll cut that out, and then I'll merge the two pieces with wood glue and just set it to the side and let it dry. What are you gonna do? You know, that's what I'll do. Hey, what's going on, Mike? I'm just Mike. I don't know if you just showed up, but I'm basically promoting the Portal Woodworks Plywood Challenge. There's 12 prizes. It's on to do it. You just make a project out of a sheet of plywood or within the spectrum of a sheet of plywood. So it could be less, like in my case. I'm doing it with this 1/4 inch ply, and I decided to do the Portal Woodworks logo, which I planned to do prior in his prior what do you call challenge, but I didn't because I didn't have enough material, and it was a bandsaw box challenge. So I went with something else. I could have done it, but it gets complicated. But long story short, I'm doing it now as a wall art, and I'm dealing with the fact that my stuff, the patterns that I'm using are a tad small, for comfort and speed. And so, anyways, there's 12 prizes. You can go and see what the rules are at portalwoodworks.com, and 12 gift cards and all sorts of cool stuff. So I'm just doing the live to sort of promote that, since David's gone through all this effort to push that, and I figured why not, push that out there because it's a cool thing. I mean, actually, it would be bad for people to know, because the less people that are enrolled into the thing, the more chances I have of winning. But yeah, that's the story. Let's see. Um, I'm really hoping to get something done for that, says Mike. I missed out on the last challenge. Yeah, sometimes we get busy, but that's all right. Um, look, sometimes I was on my own trajectory doing stuff, but I said I'm going to take the time to stop and just focus on do something like that. And I was glad I did, because I got a video out of it. Um, yeah, I got a video. I won Miter Mike's shirt. It was a cool community thing. So it was very cool on many levels. So I'm going to cut out this A, and we'll deal with the inside after the fact. But let's cut out the A. let me adjust this so that you can sort of probably see better. Let me see what I can do for that. I could take this paste wax thing and I could place it on top of my stand and then do a number like this probably. Let me see if that'll work. That'll sort of work. You can see better there because this is very intricate. This little, well, intricate is relative. It's just small, and my vision, by the way, is crap anyhow. So it's not like. All right, where was I? So now I cut the letter out, the A. So this is floating now. So I'm going to have to keep record of that because I'm going to have to tape it up again. So I could do a smooth cut and then cut the other piece. So I'll cut through here straight up. So this will just be one piece. It'll shorten the A by the curve of the blade. But listen, this is not, I mean, I don't have that spot. We mentioned that. And no one's going to tell the difference except Portal, maybe, or Harneal. But, and then again, they're not even going to. So we're going to cut that piece out, but we're not going to do that just yet. I'm going to put this to the side because I need to tape this up and really focus on this thing. So we've got this. I don't want to lose it. So you know what I'll do? I'll just take the L that I did and the A for Portal. And by the way, the other letter is going to be really a pain in the butt. So they're super small. I'll take the L and the A, I put it to the side, right? Let me, all right. So we'll take care of the T now. So we've got the T, the R, O, and P. Yeah, we're getting there. Let's do this. these are tiny freaking pieces. So here's your T, and I'm going to have to definitely do a little sanding. But once a little sanding occurs to take out the little furries, once that's done and it's painted or stained, I don't even know which way I'm going to go. I've got these dyes, but once that's done, we'll be good. So now we have the T. And look at the back. You see how it's got little furries? I have to take care of that. It's got tape on it as well. Because this is actually, well, you know what it is. We're using a little pattern to get our letters done. Very tiny. This is what we're working on. We're doing a logo, Portal Woodworks logo. So now we got R, O, and P. All these need to have the inside pieces removed. And like I was mentioning to Mike, let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, Mike says, yeah, I haven't uploaded for a few weeks. I've been busy getting my shop ramped up. I've picked up new to me, drill press, table saw, and planer. Very cool, dude. And then Mike says, hi, Steve. Hi, Mike. Woodsley. Hey, dude. What's going on? I'm just doing a live, dude, because there's a challenge. And the challenge is from Portal Woodworks. And what it is it's a plywood challenge. And so the idea is to do a project within the scope of a sheet of plywood or smaller, and then just do your project, right? And there's like 12 prizes involved. You just put up a video, and you go to portalwoodworks.com to see the all the the rules and whatnot. But it's pretty simple. It's straightforward. You build yourself something out of plywood. I'm working within the confines of a sheet of plywood, and not only that, but I'm using this quarter underlayment ply, right? And I'm doing the Portal Woodworks sign. Last year, Portal also had another with a bunch of prizes, another contest, and the contest was all about it's bandsaw boxes. And so in that one, a bunch of people won prizes. I ended up with a Miter Mike T-shirt, pretty freaking neat, right? Oh look, a free plug for. This is a free plug. Actually, I have both of them here. For John, be happy. I've tested this out. Really nice finish. It's a very natural finish. It's just the special ingredients. It's basically beeswax and other ingredients. They're very natural and soft finish for all sorts of turning and whatnot. And this is these are actually samples. These are sort of publicly out there samples. So we'll put them over here for the moment. So anyways, I'm gonna get rid of the P, the O, and the R. The insides I'll take care of after the fact. Let's go for the R, because that's a complicated little character there. So here's the R. And this type of thin ply, it's underlayment ply. You can use it in all sorts of, but it's very thin ply, and it does have a tendency to what you call tear out on the back. But that's usually the case with the scroll saw. But I could just quickly sand it lightly and get rid of it. But now we're going to have the issue of there's this in the middle to take care of. This is where the big trouble is going to happen, because I'm going to part it there, and then I'll work on the inside, right? But I'll tape this up and do that. So I'm going to set this to the side. I know I had another letter, which was the T, very tiny T, and we'll set that to the side as well. Once I get the letters taken care of, oh, JP is back. So I need to make one of them. Bandsaw box challenge will be happening again in December, Eloy. I need to make one of them, says Rob. JP checking in. No band-aid so far, well done. Put a sheet of plywood through the blade and make a zero clearance. We'll cut down on tear out. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we'll try that live now. I've got 2 more letters to do. We'll use I guess we could use this piece of MDF. We'll go this way. We'll take care of it with that piece of MDF. So now all I gotta do is the P and the O. And like I was mentioning before, oh, let me see what. Oh, clamp it down. Okay, we could do that. I've got small clamps in here somewhere. Hopefully these little clamps will do the trick, JP. No, they won't, because they won't reach. They need to be bigger. And it's going to get in the way of the piece. Can't do that, JP. Not comfortably. I know there's a way, but I can't do that. But it don't matter, because I'm going to be putting pressure down on the actual piece. But we'll try it. We'll see. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we've got the P. and we've got a very smooth cut. It'd be better if this were clamped down like you were saying, but it did help with the tear out. So then I'll come back and just cut that piece off, go inside, take all that bit there, and glue it back up, and then we have our P. I am we do have smaller letters than this on the Woodworks side of the Portal Woodworks sign, which I'm concerned about. Let's do the O. See? We're going to do the O. Okay. We've got our O for the woodwork. I might have to do a little bit of sanding on this one. It's still not that bad, to be honest with you. It's a tiny piece. Wait till you guys see the end results of this. Even though I don't know yet, I kind of know. Right. So there's the O. I'm going to put that to the side. We've taken care of the portal wording of this. Yeah, I did catch my finger, but I didn't cut it. I love how you're waiting for the best scenarios. I'm going to get rid of this, although I like this idea, but it's dancing too much. So now we have this bit here, and for this, we do sort of have to open up the inside and then work around the edge. But we're going to pause it there. Let me grab this here and bring you guys back around.